My name is Rick Kato. I run a cake shop in the country. My folks established this place, but I took over it after my father retired. But both my mom and dad still help out at the shop. We also hired a young girl, Miss Shinozaki, and the four of us run the little shop.
Slow day, huh? We're not getting many customers.
Yeah, seems that way. Can I ask you something? Have you been to the new cake shop that opened nearby?
Yes, just once. Stopped in a few days ago.
Yeah, me too. Looks like they moved from the city. Very stylish. I suppose people prefer that kind of fashionable pastry than our bland country type.
But our cakes are way more delicious. Looks great, but the taste was so-so.
Yeah, that may be so, but everything is image now. Everything has to look stylish. Social media wouldn't even give us the time of day, I bet.
But the cakes you make are 100 times more delicious than those flashy, colorful stuff.
Whoa! Relax, Shinozaki! No need to get upset. Recently, several cake shops that are popular in the city opened up nearby, and old shops like ours are gradually getting pushed out. Younger kids flock to these fashionable shops, taking their photos with their smartphones and uploading them to various social media sites. No way that a vintage cake shop like ours can compete against them. Maybe we should start making more attractive-looking cakes. And maybe I should go to the big city and see how things are done.
Rick, you do know that there's a saying, simple is best, right? I think that showcasing the simplicity of our cakes is not the bad idea. And don't forget that cakes are what we eat. What's most important is the taste.
But if we want people to eat our cake, we have to first entice them with charm. Now, how do we do that? I was all caught up in this predicament when, one early Saturday morning, I decided to start the day with a flashy and colorful cake.
Hey, Rick. Good morning.
Oh, hey, good morning. Aren't you here a bit early?
Yeah, a bit. But you said you were going to try out this new cake, so I decided to come early and help out. I hope you don't mind. But before we start...
Pardon me? Can I ask who this little girl is?
She was standing in front of the shop all alone. I thought maybe you knew her and brought her in.
Oh, I see. Good morning. I'm the owner, Rick. Can I help you with something?
I know you're not open yet, but I was in a hurry to get here to ask you a favor.
Ask me a favor? What can that be?
My mother and father, it looks like they may be separating. My mom says she's going to leave without telling Dad about it, and I have to leave together with my mother.
I thought she was just lost or something. This is more complicated than I anticipated.
Okay, so what do you want us to do? This favor you asked about.
Mom was always talking about how they never had a real wedding. So I thought if they had a cake, maybe then they could all stay together again.
So you thought if you had a cake, then your parents would stop fighting and get back together. Is that right?
No, Mom and Dad like each other a lot. They're always happy together, but Mom says she can't stay with him. She says she loves him so much that she has to leave him.
So her folks are not getting separated because they dislike each other. Quite the opposite, it seems. That means there must be some unknown reason that she has to break up with the husband she loves. I have no idea what these circumstances are at home, and I don't even know if a cake would make any difference. The only thing I can do for her is to satisfy her desire to do something for her folks. What kind of cake should I make?
Rick, are you seriously thinking about?
As a baker, I can't refuse a customer who requests that I make her a cake, right?
That's what I want to hear.
But I only have $12. Can you make a wedding cake for that much?
Only $12, huh? The cheapest cake we have is $30. So...
Come on, Rick. With $12, you can make the best cake in the world.
Yeah, you're right. The best of the best. Okay, miss. I'll have to know the exact type of cake you want. Now, I need all the details, okay?
Yes, sir. Know exactly what I want.
This little girl's name was Saki. I have no idea if this cake will get her out of this predicament. The possibility is probably nil. But by putting our heart and soul into the wedding cake, something may come out of it. You never know, right? I just hope this cake will make that little girl happy and bring her family back together again. The next day, at 8 a.m.,
Thank you so much. This will make them so happy.
okay, Saki. If there's anything we can do, just come to the shop again, and we'll do whatever we can. Saki? I saw you leaving the house this morning. I was wondering where you had snuck off to and followed you here. What are you doing at this cake shop?
Hey, Dad. I came here to pick up this cake I had made for you. I want you and Mom to have it.
You had a cake made for your mom and me? What for, Saki?
Well, Mom said that she was secretly leaving home without you, so I just didn't want you and Mom to be separated. So I thought if I had a wedding cake made for you and Mom, then maybe we could all live together again.
What do you mean Mom's leaving home? Did your mother say that?
Saki, you did this for us?
Mom!
What's this about you leaving? What's Saki talking about?
Please, go and visit your folks. Your mother called me last week to tell you to come home because your father had collapsed due to his heart condition.
What? Are you serious?
I just don't want you to regret this for the rest of your life for me. You need to return home and take care of your father.
That's why you...
No, please, Mom! Dad! I want to live with Mom and Dad. Please don't separate. Let's all be together.
Saki, don't cry. Excuse me. Why don't you all come in and talk this through? Huh? Are you sure? We'd appreciate it. Saki's dad took me aside and explained everything. Apparently, he was from a well-to-do family in the city. He met and married his current wife despite intense opposition from his parents. His parents were against him marrying a poor girl from the country, it seems. Because they were intensely opposed to their marriage, they decided to elope. They moved here to her hometown, and he started working at a local factory, and his wife worked at a local supermarket. And after a while, Saki arrived. Now that we're all here, what do you say we all take a look at the cake Saki ordered for you? What do you say?
Yes, that would be nice.
This is the cake that Saki ordered for you both. She insists on every detail. It's a wedding cake.
That's wonderful. But what's this about a wedding?
Yes, Mom. You were always talking about not having a real wedding. You always look so sad. So I thought if I ordered a cake for you and Dad, we would stay together forever.
Saki, you did that for us?
Making you a cake was the only thing I could do. I'm so sorry.
Look at her! Saki is trying so hard to keep us together, and you still want us to live apart?
But if you don't go home now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Your father will disinherit you. Is that what you want?
I will never abandon you or Saki! I don't care about any inheritance! All I want is for the three of us to be together! I'm going to visit my folks, and I'm going to ask them one more time! I'll get them to agree to this marriage! Then we'll be able to live with them as one big happy family!
That all sounds good, but we tried that, remember? They were so intensely against this marriage. Why would they change their minds now?
I'll convince them no matter what! Please, trust me on this!
Mom, I believe Dad. He'll bring us back together again, so please. Dad loves you, Mom. He loves me too, so please. I bet Dad will talk to Grandma and Grandpa. He'll make them understand.
Saki.
That's right. Leave it to me. I'll make this right.
I know you will, Dad.
Then, 2 weeks later, thank you so much for all you did a couple of weeks ago. That cake was delicious. I was finally able to convince my folks to accept our marriage. After I introduced Saki to my father, he was overjoyed to meet his granddaughter. He said he couldn't very well reject our marriage with a beautiful granddaughter like Saki. Who could resist Saki, right? I'm so glad to hear that. Congratulations. The doctor said he didn't have long, but once my father took a look at Saki, he became highly energetic. It's as if his health came back. This is all thanks to Saki. If she hadn't gone out of her way to bring us together, this never would have transpired. Yes, she can be quite insistent. Anyway, congratulations. Oh, and about that cake Saki ordered. Was she able to pay for that? I mean, that was an impressive cake. I can't imagine she had that much money. Aw, please don't worry about that. I got the full amount from her. Well, that's good to hear. And there was something else I wanted to ask about, which is why I'm really here today. Sure. What is it? My father is the owner of Sekai Fuji department store. Because of his illness, I took over as the new president. I'm planning on making a special order type of cake shop inside our new department store. Would you be interested in such a venture? Hold on a second. You're saying you want to sell our cakes at your department store? Sekai Fuji department store is a well-known department store with locations all over the place. There's even one here in front of the main station. That's right. The cake we had, that was exquisite. I've never tasted anything like it. And you know what? This may sound corny, but it tasted like happiness. What I want to do is introduce this kind of cakes to everyone. Please, let me help you. Spread the joy. Wow! Of course! I would be more than happy to work with you. After a while, Saki's mother and father held a huge wedding ceremony. Both Miss Shinozaki and I were invited.
Wow, isn't this wonderful? I hope my wedding ceremony is like this. When will that be, I wonder?
Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it?
What kind of woman do you want to marry, Rick?
I guess I would want someone who's kind and compassionate. Someone like you, Miss Shinozaki. How about you? What kind of person do you like?
Huh? Me? What type of, well, someone who cares deeply for customers. Even a child like Saki. A guy like you, Rick.
A cake will only last for so long, but that memory will remain forever. To this day, I continue to bake cakes that remain in people's memories forever.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.